we go. All right, this is Rhea. Right, that's right. We ended with these fantastic fools.
Yes.
Covered in ooze. Oh, I just noticed the little tentacle in the corner.
So, this is Tavern
Talk. Let's do a quick recap.
Basically, in Tavern Talk, we are a tavern owner who also serves as essentially a bulletin board. We put together quests, and you have to assemble the quests and hire out adventurers to carry them out, and also learn about people as they come in and ask for drinks. These two, it will surprise you not at all to know, are a dwarf and a vampire. And the dwarf really isn't sure how she feels about the fact she's working with the vampire.
Actually, I think the two of them are fine working together, but the vampire's drink is, I need another lagoon, huh? I'll see what I can do. All right, so now I have to be a mixologist again. And I have to remember, if I go to the bulletin board, where's my magic book? Here we go. Frosted Lagoon. Okay. Pleased to be drawing the recipe. All right. So these are our various potions, what we can mix with. And it looks like it needs 1 dash of this. I said 1 dash. Okay. And 1 dash of this. And then 3 dashes of this, of the blue one.
That's pretty close.
A frosted lagoon. And then we order it up. Ta-da! Why has the game moved again? Sorry, everybody. I don't know what's happened once again, but it keeps
slipping.
It keeps slipping.
If you want to do the dwarf, I'll do the innkeep for this one.
No problem. Stop moving, you silly thing.
Some liquid stamina for a valued guest.
Let me try. You got it right again. I might even last till dayful with this.
Kyle, would you like another drink as well? No. I cannot drink now that I am consumed with thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so.
Everything ails you. The whole way here you were complaining about having to walk.
My bat form doesn't work like it used to. I'm out of practice, and the slide weighs heavily on my shoulders.
I believe the statistic is 1 in 5.
My back is all itchy.
By the dragons, could it be because you insisted on sunbathing? The vampire?
Oh, Kyle. Oh, right. Innkeeper, do you have a drink to protect me from the sun? Perchance something that would also moisturize my delicate skin.
I'm afraid not.
Oh. Oh, that reminds me. My Aunt Matilda used to harness the power of a chimera's saliva for sun protection.
A chimera? A thing! A beast made out of several animals. Got 3 heads in all. Made by the dragons to guard Gaia likes to eat people for breakfast.
I'm aware. I just didn't know its saliva could be so useful.
Ah.
If only I hadn't eaten that delectable bear chimera in the Scarlet Caves. I could have asked it for a sample of its saliva.
I'm sure that would have gone over well.
Actually, I might know where to find one. Really? Will you get it for me then?
No.
No.
What? What are you looking at me like that for?
Miss Frostgrip, dearest Rhea, perhaps we can alter our deal?
Oh no, forget it. I ain't gonna, with nothing on me but a shovel and ooze goop. I'd be no match for such a beast.
No problem. I can make it another quest for my trusted board. And when will it be done? Tell me, when can I walk among mortals in the glistening sunlight once more?
As soon as a fearless adventurer picks it up and succeeds? I mean, especially that last part.
Splendid. Do you hear that? A quest just for me.
Let's leave it at 2. Hey, Innkeep, while we wait for someone to do his work for him, do you perhaps have a room or two? Perhaps, possibly a room without sunlight. Wouldn't want Snow White over here to go up in flames.
Oh, sure thing. I've got a couple of barred up rooms. You can stay there.
How much?
You can pay when you leave.
Grand. Seems like they gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up. Maybe you'll become a real person one day.
Thank you. Enjoy your stay. You too, tasty creature.
All right, shall we update our quest
He's
board?
awful. I love him.
All right, what do we got here? Here's the Chimera.
That looks like the same kind of paper, doesn't it?
A quirky vampire is looking for his cape. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. According to the Amaranthine Hydra, a chimera's hatred for mice is a universal truth. Or maybe it just rhymed with ice? Who can say? All right. And here's another cape. Here's a quirky vampire looking for his cape. He seems a bit confused. Okay, those 3 go together. That's the Banshee. No. Cape. Sod on his everything. I think those 3 go together. Is it this? The one thing so our quest would be, the one thing that stands a chance against the grueling curse of the sun is chimera saliva, apparently. Source Aunt Matilda, a vampire, ? A wyvern chimera resides at the Quag Mangrove. Adventurers beware, you might be on its menu. According to the Amaranthine Hydra, a chimera's hatred for mice is universal. Okay, there we go. That sounds like a good quest.
Sounds very questy.
Until sunrise. Deep in the Quag Mangrove resides a wyvern chimera. Its scales and claws are a valuable treasure to any alchemist. Its saliva even more so. As it happens, a certain vampire may be able to use the rare saliva to produce a sunscreen so effective that even he could walk in broad daylight. Is there any adventurer or mouse brave enough to confront the beast, the chimera, not the vampire, and bring back a bucket of saliva? Wow. There we go. And then here's our next quest, which was a quirky vampire is looking for his cape. He seems a bit confused, wanted to go for a stroll in the sun. The vampire last saw his cape on his wedding day before he was wed to Countess Evelyn. At the foot of the Witch's Wrath Peak resides Countess Evelyn, the vampiric temptress of men. Be wary of invisible threats. Chimera saliva, like they could just ask you, right? All right, here we go. On a mild summer morning, a senile vampire came to look for his cape of invisibility at the Wayfarer's Inn. After steady questioning, the innkeeper uncovered that he lost his cape at his wedding, where his ex-wife, Countess Evelyn, stole it from him. She resides at the foot of the Witch's Wrath Peak. Venture to the peak and dare to retrieve the long-lost cape, but beware, she might be invisible. All right, there we go. Well done. 2 quests for Kyle.
I love that dude.
This is our little end of day animation, I take it. Oh, that's cute. I think that may be our save symbol. Save! Day 3. The new friends and former enemies. Maybe we should just close it. I like this. It's really cute.
It just looks like a nice place to go hang out, doesn't it?
Right? Here we go.
Decor's changed
A
slightly.
little bit. The pumpkins are still there.
My shipment of infusions finally arrived this morning. I now have access to some fake crystals and frozen plant cones. Together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they're going to be of use quite soon.
I need to make an infusion as well. Oh, she's back.
And says Fable.
Oh, I just got an accomplishment, it says. Diplomacy is key.
So I'm guessing we didn't kill Kare's uncle.
So... Innkeep, a drink for me and this lanky pal.
It's good to see you too, Kare. She meant to say please.
Welcome back, Fable. You look alive.
Huh. Thank you. I am.
That seems like a given.
I'm just happy to see them doing well, and with a friend.
We ain't friends.
We're not?
So you two... Oh yeah, go ahead.
So you two didn't form a party?
No.
No.
Then...
You go.
Go ahead. Then what's the drink about?
Why did that just pop up?
I don't know.
The werewolf on detours?
Then what's the drink about? They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. So I owe them some of your dishwater at the very least.
Family feud? Oh, I wouldn't call it a feud. More of a miscommunication.
No, it was a feud.
I feel like feud implies a certain level of hostility.
I was gonna kill him.
I thought that was a joke.
It wasn't.
Oh,
But no one died? No, Elfie here was able to prevent that.
it's Fable.
Whatever. Does that perchance have something to do with your quest?
It does. I stopped her from killing the werewolf.
Would elaborate? I was going to kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? I mean, context for one.
Oh, I think they're confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did. Kind of.
I also remember saying you didn't want the quest, Care. I didn't. Was there by chance?
They were both stealing sheep.
Was not.
Sure was.
Adventuring don't pay what it used to.
So you steal other people's sheep?
Mind your own business. And how did any of this lead to a successful quest?
Well, where do I start?
How about at the beginning?
Right, I was born on a half-crescent dreaming moon.
Of the quest, Fable.
Oh, right, the quest, okay. Traveling there was no trouble. I know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove pretty swiftly. I reached the borders of Dragaran right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins out around there, and you can catch glimpses of the wide fields and vineyards, as well as see one farm after the other. It's idyllic. Well, at least before sunset, it's idyllic.
Do you have trouble in the dark?
Emotionally,
Visually.
a little. I mean, I reckon I can still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I am no owl.
Thank God, you're already weird enough. Imagine the damage you do if you could turn your head all the way around.
Who says I can't?
Huh.
Just kidding. Anyway, luckily darkness doesn't affect my hearing.
Not the normal kind.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. I heard a creaking fence and footsteps that were failing at keeping quiet.
Your ears are failing at being small.
So I snuck in closer and I saw a werewolf-esque shape picking up a tiny sheep.
I was petting it.
Well, I thought she was going to eat it, so I summoned up all of my courage and I stepped out of the shadows and I said, "Good evening, werewolf. Please put down the sheep." I didn't expect them to be entirely in their right mind, of course, but I did want to be polite. And I thought it might confuse her, and maybe that would help calm her down. And
it confused me, all right. Who the heck sees a werewolf and the first thing they do is greet them? Wow, you have not done enough meet cute care.
a polite person.
We're insane, one.
Well, it works, didn't it?
Because I'm not a werewolf.
Well, he wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a "what?" So the confusion plan had worked, but I hadn't really expected that response. So I said again, "Please put down the sheep." And she asked, "Why?" And I said, "Well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice." And she asked who I was.
No, I asked, who are you, a guard?
I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood gurgling howl. It sounded like someone had ripped a hole into the fabric of reality and then pierced it with a horrid yell.
Please, it was barely a bark.
And it made the blood freeze in my veins. I heard panting and heavy footsteps, and I barely dared to turn around.
He turned around immediately.
And when I did, I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf, yellow gleaming eyes.
I don't know what John is.
Sharp teeth. Giant claws. He looked like he wanted to eat me right up.
He did.
But before I could beg for mercy, suddenly something brushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Kellen and the werewolf were on the ground fighting tooth and nail.
And the sheep you were holding? Obviously, I set it down at that point. Good. Go on. So you went to Fable's aid? No, that's not it. I noticed the wolf's flannel rags. They were blue and checkered, and they had an uneven print. Just like the kind of stuff Uncle Dragon likes to wear. That'll... Hey, why can't I say that? Oh, do you hear the... Oh, you can't hear it, but there's lightning that goes off. Babe! What the babe? Youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh. Babe! Anyway, it was dressed like Uncle Dragon. Uncle Dragon. Smelled like Uncle Dragon. Fought like him, too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. Haven't seen that old man in years. I was coping about it by joking. That's the only way I can talk about him these days. Because of the feud? Yeah. He used to be my favorite uncle, but then he changed. Became irritable and angry, distant. Fought a lot with Uncle Fedor. Cared more about the moon than he did his own family. Eventually, he just left. Ran away without a word. Left us and Uncle Fedor behind, worried senseless. Until we found a letter saying not to look for him and all their savings missing. I swore I was going to kill him if I ever saw him again. It was that he just couldn't face up to his problems. Turns out his solution was just to get those problems as far away from everyone as possible. The idiot. Yeah, go ahead.
Did you talk it out with your fists?
I tried, but Elfie stopped me. I'm glad they did.
How did you figure that out? Well, she was yelling at him, and I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell that she was angry and hurt. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so I shot an arrow right next to both of their heads. My aim was a little shaky, so I did not end up grazing Mrs. Dragon's ear. But it got them to stop for long enough to start listening to me. And I threatened them that if they didn't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. I would never have done that, of course, but they must have believed me because they actually stopped to listen.
Looked mighty scary there, little pal.
Oh, thank you. I sat them down and I did my best to be an insurmountable obstacle between them. If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me.
That sounds rather dangerous. It was. Wouldn't have stopped for them.
What?
You're the size of a stick. You think you can stop two angry wolves?
Oh, well, and anyway, I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found out about Mr. Dragon and Kaelin and the miscommunication.
Feud.
The feud, sure. And how it turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. But he couldn't stop the changes and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. And that's no excuse, of course.
No, it ain't. If we had known, we would have helped him the best we could. At the very least, we would have built a sturdy shed with scratch-proof walls for full moons.
I see he didn't think that would have happened, though. So he decided to fix the problem by leaving, deal with it alone, and so on.
Oh.
But that only made it worse.
I wonder how Fable's going to learn that lesson.
Yeah. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any human things or Rukakin things, so to speak. And trying to find a cure, trying to avoid the moon, trying to find a place to sleep. Stealing sheep. That's something they have in common.
The sheep?
No, their stubbornness and the unwillingness to ask for help. But the sheep do.
Mm-hmm.
But they had to talk about it. That silent resentment wasn't good for either of them.
And you got them to do that. The little stick is oddly persuasive. I was talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to. Maybe you did want to. Maybe. How'd it go? Fine. It'll take some time to accept his apology, though. I'll have to see him change first and apologize to Uncle Fedor and all the rest. But it was good to see him again. Guess a hug did feel better than a great sword in his gut. Wonderful.
Of course, there's still the problem with the whole werewolf thing.
And he got so obsessed with the cure, he still can barely control himself.
We helped him realize that even the cure couldn't change what he'd done. That he has to accept he's different now and learn how to live again. Of course, it won't be easy. No change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement and a small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. We play charades with them a lot, and they taught me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secrets of the moon signs.
That sounds like a bunch of bleep.
It's real. You're a crescent moose.
Mm-hmm.
We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy.
That sounds great.
It is. It's a happy ending.
I wouldn't call it an ending, rather the beginning of something new.
So the end of one adventure is just the beginning of another one?
Exactly.
Oh, I like that.
So, after your heroic therapy session, sorry folks, you two decided to grab a drink together. Got offered to spend the day at the settlement. But they don't serve anything strong enough for my tastes. Plus, Elfie was trying to get back here. Was talking about how they needed to update you on everything non-stop. Would think that they live here or something.
I had to report back about the quest.
I'm glad you did. They also started crafting something with the werewolves.
Oh,
Said something about it being for you, Innkeep? Oh, really?
Yeah. It's not finished yet, but I'll let you know, I promise.
That wasn't that hard, was it?
Well,
So, a drink. What can I offer you, Kara? Surprise me with something that fits my brawn. By which I mean, make me the usual. Strength never gets old. All right.
drinky drink.
Strengthy drink. Drink of strength. Right. A swordy drink. That's a swordy drink. Another southern brawler, please. So we got a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. And a whole lot of that. Deployed. Order up. Ta-da! Surprise! Not bad. You should do this professionally. I'll think about it. Fable, what about you?
Do you have something that will calm me down? Even maybe bring some of my agility back? Like a swift strike back to my senses, maybe. I had a very stressful day, night, morning, sequence of events.
So, swift strike. Come on. There we go. So, one of these. And one of these. And then the rest is all this. Come on, pour. Ta-da!
I love handing happy little signs.
Here you go.
Thank you. Wow, this is perfect.
You look tired. Have you considered sleep? They do look like they're going to pass out any second. So do you, for that matter.
Maybe sleep is a good idea. Kellen, do you have a place to sleep?
I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent. It's depressing. I have a room available. You can stay there. Sounds good. How much? I'll count it as payment for your help with the quest. Fine. Later, Elfie.
See you later.
Are you heading home, Fable?
Yeah, I've been gone a whole day. I need to get back and make sure everything is still growing correctly.
Maybe take a nap first.
Yes, that too.
Did you enjoy your first quest? Before we get into this last bit of dialogue, we're about to run an ad break. So why don't we take that ad break? Because we may be talking to Fable for a longer period of time. Folks, this is the 1 hour mark. So if you haven't gotten up out of your chair and had to wiggle around since you joined the stream, this is your good chance to do so. Get yourself a drink of water or a snack or anything like that. And we'll be back in a couple minutes and you can watch Twiglet snooze in the meantime. Sound good? We'll be right back. And we're back. Let's see. So, did you enjoy your first quest?
I did. It was scary and different from what I expected. And I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming.
Have you considered that you weren't pretending? You did well, Fable.
Thank you. I hope that wasn't my only adventure.
I think this is just the beginning.
Well, that would be nice. Do you think I'm going to save the world one day?
That's a pretty tall order.
You're right. I'm not cut out for that.
I didn't say that. I would just prefer it if the world didn't end.
Right.
Oh, the music game audio's going again. There we go. But if it does, you're the first person I'd ask for help.
Maybe you should ask Helen first, but I would be very happy to be second.
We'll see.
Let's hope we won't. I like this world, and you have a point. We shouldn't hope for such a calamity.
Hola!
Even if it would make for a very good song.
Or a sad one.
Or both. I'm going to head home now.
Do that. I'll stock up on some quests for you.
Oh, I can't wait. See you soon.
See you soon. So am I going to stock up on some quests?
Working on something.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Hang on a second. Oh, look. So what it shows is the check mark, i.e. that one's been done. These are the two quests that I have. He's going to take one of them. I just know it.
He looks like a saliva bucket kind of cat.
I'll do the innkeeper for this. Good evening to you too.
This quest. It wasn't here yesterday.
That's correct.
It seems dangerous
It is.
and mysterious,
Sure.
like me.
Oh my god. He's giving me such I'm in love with the concept of My Chemical Romance.
This dude brings mopeds.
This dude brings mopeds. You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name, maybe?
Zephyr.
Did the wind carry you in?
No. My legs.
Oh my god.
I want a quest.
Well, you can have it.
Not just literally. Physically. Emotionally. Oh my god, it's Cody. Be cool.
Emotionally?
I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle. To get the cape. I mean... Yes.
Well, no one's gone to the castle yet, so if someone would like to go, they'd be welcome to.
Do you know of the castle?
Yes,
Seems strange.
it is. A vampire lives there.
I heard rumors, whisperings of a strange, fiendish woman residing there.
What a coincidence. So did I.
Has she ever frequented your tavern?
No, not recently.
But she has.
Once. Had a vampire mixer.
Interesting. So she was only here at night.
Yes.
Would you say she was unnaturally pale?
I already said she was a vampire. No, she had a lot of makeup on.
But below that mask,
Sure, yes. Would guess she looked pretty dead below that.
what kind of drink did she order?
Blood.
Interesting. You stole blood?
Of course.
Whose blood?
Did you wolves avoiding the castle?
Really? All of them?
Yeah, she has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but all animals seem to steer clear of Marrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. And anything that tries to merges into her land in one way or another. At the grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt feeding rotting flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody. That's a lovely
That's
line.
a great line. Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb for something still alive. Oh, for a goth. Love that.
Or for a goth.
Goth or vampire. She seems to be a thief.
It appears so. Do you not sympathize with that?
Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret. We are not worth the coins you pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude.
I suppose so. Only thing worse than that is stealing a man's hat.
Not if it's cursed.
Especially then.
Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences.
You're having fun with
So much fun, this is great.
The consequences being you?
Exactly.
Oh my god, he's Lucanus. Jesus. It definitely sounds like you know what you're doing.
Of course I do. I am one with the shadows and the wind, gone before they even notice I'm there.
So you could easily swipe something else along with the cape, right?
Certainly, gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills.
What about some interior decorations?
Like, what, for example?
Just something to pretty my tavern a little bit. Maybe something useful that also doubles as a decoration.
Like a chair?
Stealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for your first quest with me. I prefer something smaller, like a little trinket. My walls are still a bit empty.
Wait. You're being serious.
Absolutely. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to the tavern.
I will see what I can do. You won't be disappointed.
Well then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cape back to me, along with a neat little addition to my interior design.
Sounds like I'll need a few stamps.
Would you like some?
No. Too traceable.
How about a drink then?
I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allow you to dip into parts of yourself you weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself up from your shadow. What do you trade them for?
Secrets, or how about a joke?
Interesting.
Interesting choice. Let's save. What do we want to trade it for? A secret or a joke?
Yeah, because this is a tough one, because a secret is obviously going to play into his I am the knight thing, and a joke is going to deflate that, and both of those seem funny.
Let's go with secrets.
Okay.
How about a secret?
Secrets. I have many.
Grant me one.
I shall. I know this may come as a shock to you, but I was here before. Just yesterday. You may not remember because you barely noticed me in the shadows. I was so stealthy. I spent hours just watching you from afar.
That is, definitely a secret.
You cleaned a lot of glasses, served everyone with a smile, You looked so worried after the adorable green one left. Like you thought they might trip straight into a monster's maw. And you're swift with your hands and fast with the knife.
All right, enough secrets. You can have one of my renowned drinks. And some of my renowned infusions. In fact, I just got a fresh shipment today. I was finally able to unpack them.
Infusions? Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer? Alright, Batman, when's your neck in?
For your purposes, I think you could benefit from either some fake crystals or a frozen pine cone. The frozen pine cones have absorbed some of nature's icy properties. They can help you form a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. The fey crystals hail straight from Avalon, allegedly. If consumed, they turn you invisible, eventually, and for a bit. The operation is a bit unpredictable. I've also got some phoenix chilies, but I don't think those would be very useful for your situation.
Interesting.
So, what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore?
Chemical romance. I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of the undead nature.
No.
So I must be strong and vigorous if I want my stake in her heart before her fangs are near my neck. But that does sound appealing.
It is so
fucking Cody, man.
Cody. Strength I can do. And some frost armor should help with the fangs.
Or perhaps the smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely. To outstealth her and steal the cape from right under her pale nose, so that she may lie in the shame of having lost against me. I think such an approach would require a certain amount of dexterity. And some invisibility could help with staying unseen should my speed and agility not prove to be enough. Help me with the decision, Inky. Your wisdom is no secret, is it? Pardon me.
Alright, so now that I have access to infusions, I have to be careful of how they interact with other ingredients. It might alter the drink in a way where I have to use different ingredients than usual. Interesting, interesting. And here they are, look. Up here, fake crystals, phoenix chilies, frost cones. I should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape so that I mix the correct recipe. Maybe I should even try adding an infusion first and adjusting the drink from there. Let's give it a try. Okay. So let's go to my book here. I have 2 order options here. I'm thinking the stealthy is the way to go.
Stealthy. We're playing this game all about tolerance. I don't really want to go, yeah, go there and kill him because she nicked her husband's cape.
Hold on. I don't want a frosted lagoon. Oh, so I have to figure it out. Okay, so this is the Fey crystals, right? That grant invisibility?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's start
For a while. For a bit.
So we started with that. And then he wants swiftness. Look how there's these little plus symbols here. Interesting. Okay. Where's the... Can we see the dialogue? No. Okay, so we want swiftness. You think it's going to be 3 of this, right?
Yeah.
Come on. 1, 2, 3. And then he said, he said some agility and some, oh, I can't remember what else he said.
Let me look it up.
It looks like,
I got you.
so I've given him 3 of the dexterity. Oh, interesting. See, there's the negative.
You want a dexterity boost with an invisibility infusion, yeah?
Yeah. So then he said something, but I didn't note it down.
Okay, basically the 2 options we've got are there will be a small amount of bloodshed, or there will be larger bloodshed, and he'll come back with manly scars. And the dexterity boost with the invisibility infusion is a small amount of bloodshed.
There we go. Okay, so how do I go from here? What are the other 2 measures of it?
Hold on.
Is it purple? Let's see what happens. If I get it wrong, I'll feed it to Andu.
Basically, what you want is a swift strike with the invisibility infusion.
So then the blue.
Yeah.
Andu hasn't identified that.
So you want to just pour it down his throat?
Yeah.
Good lad, Andu.
All right. Maybe I have to put the invisibility thing in last. So let's try making a swift strike. One, two, three. I'm gonna try that. So we're gonna do one of those. And then 3 of these.
Swift strike, and then drop a dexterity infusion in there.
You see how it changes it? And let's give it a try. It has to be that this is not the right drink, it says. Interesting. Maybe I have to do it again with this in here to start.
That makes a ton more sense.
Nope.
Let me look it up again.
I wonder if let me try something. No, just the one measure. I'm gonna try something. And if I have to give it one of these to counteract the negative that was there. And then 3 of these. It just came out as a swift strike again. Okay, well, I served it up. Let's see if that works. Here you go. A drink that all vampires fear.
Garlic breath.
Not quite, but that's a good name. Can I steal it?
You don't ask for permission before you steal something in keep. Then it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade.
I see. Did you ever hear about my new drink, the garlic breath?
Good one. It tastes like not garlic, but just as fearsome to a vampire.
You don't find garlic scary?
No, only the absence of it.
That makes two of us.
Hopefully this will help me evade her. I'm not prepared for a fight, but I won't need one if my steps are as swift and quiet as the wind. And if she can't see me. Goodbye, young keep. I would say pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie with the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance.
Vengeance makes for an early grave. For those of you who missed it, the chat just says, crawl it in my skin.
Well, for a good story. Farewell. We ride.
Let's watch this character information. Zephyr. Kin, Air Echo. He, they, rogue. Zephyr is a difficult character, to say the least. They're so caught up in their own fantasies of an edgy rogue that they seem to be stuck talking, or brooding like one too. He likes all things dangerous and mysterious, or at least he pretends he does. Interesting.
You might want to pop Kitten Cam on, he's being very cute.
Alright, I'll do so. Or for a bitter end. Aww. Bobby, are you covering your nose? What a sweet boy. I think we can get started a little bit more. I'm taking this quest.
Great. Did you sleep well?
What?
Sleep. How was it?
Ah, fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages.
It sounds like you needed it.
No, your beds are just too comfortable. It was hard to get up.
Of course. My apologies. I will make sure to take your feedback into consideration. Would you like a drink as compensation?
Think I already said that. Make me something strong that will wake me up and keep me up, too. Does our book tell us about infusions?
It may, but the internet certainly will.
Here we go. Frozen Pine Cone gives frost armor. Fake Crystal gives invisibility. Phoenix Chili gives fire resistance. None of these seem like something she wants. So I think she just wants her usual, Oh, wow, cool. More locations and stuff. Moon Swamp. Let's see. She likes the Southern Brawler, doesn't she? Yeah, there we go. Alrighty, so that's 2 touch of this. And a touch of this. Come on. And a whole lot of this. Yeah, 1 double espresso coming right up for sure. Something strong coming right up. That is strong. Just the right amount of too much.
Maybe I should call this drink the Kellen.
Oops, I clicked on the quests by mistake. No, you shouldn't. Anyway, the quest.
Yes, the quest.
I'm taking it.
So you said. I see it is my turn to make conversation. Miss Fable. Isn't it a bit too soon for another quest? You just got here.
It's been hours since I've done anything but sleep or chat and drink. I'm getting antsy. If I sit still for too long, it feels like my bones are disintegrating and I forget who I am. The look he is giving me. The look!
I think that's called boredom.
It's torture.
That too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest.
Hope you brought a bucket.
Stealing from a chimera for a vampire's sunscreen. Couldn't get more reckless than that.
You could by taking Elfie along.
Fair point. Please don't.
I won't. So the saliva's for a vampire?
It's for a vampire sunscreen, yeah.
Can a vampire get their chimera goo themselves?
Look, it's a wyvern chimera, and vampires and fire don't mix well.
Also, if everyone...
Also, if everyone just did their own quests, the quest economy would be in shambles.
Suppose that'd be terrible for your business.
Indeed. Have you ever encountered a chimera before?
No, not a real one. Got me thinking, it get kind of blasphemous to steal from a Dracarnic guardian?
Well, that depends. Are you religious?
Guess not.
Then no.
Would it be if I was?
Don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created to be guardians by the protectors of the realms. So, stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with the doctrine.
Good thing you ain't a priest. You do a piss poor job.
Oh, thank you. Is blasphemy what you're most worried about?
I ain't worried.
Okay. Nervous.
Ain't that either.
Then what is it?
Excitement, I suppose.
Excitement.
Don't laugh.
Oh, I'm not laughing. I'm asking.
Ah. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before, and I've always sort of wanted to.
Why haven't you?
I ain't exactly easy to find one, or survive one.
It seems like a great opportunity for you then.
It is.
What's it about guardians?
It's less about the guardian and more about what created it. And maybe a little bit about the chimera. It's got a dragon head, right?
Oh yes, modeled after its creator, I would guess. So, let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragon heads?
They're cool.
Mm-hmm.
Also, when I was little, my Baba used to tell me bedtime stories about the dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journeys. I'm not sure if it's true, but she always claimed she met each of the realm keepers themselves and had little keepsakes for them all. My sword's one of those. Passed it on to me before she
Past?
left. One day she was just gone. I think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. I'd like to think she visited one of her dragons one last time.
Your family has a leaving problem.
Here's another rumor unlocked. I like that line. At least she left her savings alone. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on this quest, it almost feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers.
Did she ever tell you about the wyvern chimera?
No. It was the only kind she never encountered. Had quarrels with those feline ones, different varieties of scales, even a cow one, I think, but never found a wyvern one in all her years. would have been nice to be able to tell her the story when I return. If I return.
I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if it would make for... I don't know if I make for a good barber, but I do enjoy a good tale.
I'll think about it. You've already got me talking too much.
This is you talking too much.
So, you like dragons? Yes.
The fascinating creatures, very interesting, very magical.
They are. Fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was little. I really wanted their magic and their wings.
You can just ask them for their magic. I'm not sure about the wings.
I'm not a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. Don't do all that magic. Beep!
Why not?
I like my sword and my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone, not even dragons.
A little help never hurts anybody, you know.
A little self-reliance doesn't either.
If you say so. Does that mean you don't want a drink to pep you up, Care?
Didn't say that.
I see. That doesn't count as help, then.
It's prepayment for me taking on your quest.
Okay, sure. You'll be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusions to offer that could greatly help with your quest.
Nah, that sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple.
Okay, what can I get you then?
I reckon a little bit of a boost for this body couldn't hurt. For they're quick and toothy. Still need to be too hardy for its bite. Some defense might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Papa talked quite a bit about how much they enjoy a good ruse. Thinking I can outsmart it with the right play. But I need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on a bad idea.
Are you sure you don't want any infusions? Just a little bit of a phoenix chili would make you fire resistant, and that could be really useful in a fight.
Dragons, you're stubborn. Sure, I'll try one.
And on the topic of trickery...
It's just like I'm gonna snooze the end break. No, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies, or you go heavy on the intelligence. I don't need any more of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. That's your job. Figure it out. All right, so do we want to go defense or intelligence?
I don't know, man. I kind of feel like the choices in this are starting to present in a really interesting way, in that there is always a combative one and an intellectual one. And I kind of feel like it would be very easy for us to default to the intellectual one.
Yeah, so I can't look at those tokens.
Little guy. Just a happy little guy.
Adorable. I'm kind of feeling like the defense with the fire chili is the way to go.
Yeah, I think you could be right.
All right, let's take a look at our book. So a frosted lagoon with a fire chili. Sure. Okay. Fire chili. And then we want a touch of strength. And a touch of whatever our crown gives us. And then a whole lot of defense. There we go. This is not the right drink. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, that's right. We have to counter for it. So we have to do a little bit of intelligence to counter for that negative. And then this we'll only need 2 of. And then we need this. Is this right? I'm not sure. Let's try. No. Okay. Here, Andrew. I have a whole lot. So we put the fire chili in it. Well, we know it's 3 of these, right? Frosted Lagoon with a fire chili. Yeah, see, it doesn't do any good to go above 2. Because it already hits the edge here. We need 1 strength.
So going with the frozen lagoon with the Phoenix chili, yeah? Good call.
Not sure if that's right. Because the Phoenix chili is the what's going to give her the fire resistance, right? The way we normally do it is like this. And then like this. And then 3 of these, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if that works. No, see, it says it's not the right drink.
Do you want to mix the drink and then drop the fire chili in it?
We tried it last time and it didn't work, remember? Alright, let's try it again.
Stitch just said, I think I know where you're going wrong if you want a hint. Doesn't the chili already give you the 1 strength you need according to the diagram? Do you want to try that?
Yeah, it does.
And do please feel free to wiggle away, folks. That's a Frosted Lagoon, everybody.
Interesting.
So the infusion's a booster, basically. It's like a solid...
So I've got 1 thing left. Can I just throw this in?
Apparently so. Andu's happy.
Let me try something. What happens if I put in another measure of this? It does still count as a Frosted Lagoon. I don't think it gives anything different. It's just more intense. See, it matches the shape. Why wouldn't I just throw the extra strength in there at that point then? Let's try throwing this in here. Why not?
I figured it out.
Thanks. Feeling tougher already and dangerously close to catching fire myself. Think I could almost take on a dragon like this. Folks, I missed the snooze. The ad break is about to run. So...
let's stay grounded.
So why don't we just stop here for a moment and let the ad break run? I'm sorry, everybody. Let's take the quick last break, and then we'll finish the scene, and then we'll do shenanigans.
Stretchy boy. maximum leggy.
He's such a sweetheart. We're gonna have to go wake him up and run him around a little bit. My Bobby.
Little guy.
Little man. Did it not go to ad break?
And in progress. And we're back.
Those are the chaos ears. And when you see just the very end of his tail start to go, that is the Godzilla warm-up sound for the chaos.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost bedtime, so of course now is the time he has to wake up and cause chaos.
Now's the time for mayhem, is it not?
Right. Also, I never feel filthier than when a cat licks me. It's like, excuse me, that's rude.
Pardon me, sir.
Right, let's finish up the scene and then we'll, I don't know, we might not even need a shenanigan tonight. It's nice and gentle, so.
It is.
Cool.
Chaos Beast.
The Chaos Beast mode, exactly. How urgent. Hang on. There we go. How urgent is the sunscreen?
Oh, it's fairly urgent, actually. The sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires.
Maybe you should sunbathe less then. That might solve his problems.
Well, it might. But when has an easy solution ever been fun?
Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they got some mice in the mangrove.
Good luck.
We'll be needing it.
I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return.
I like her. Oh! Time to end the day. Yes, Twiglet's witching hour for sure. Otherwise known as I'm trying to go to bed, child. Starlight Sonata. Okay, let's save here then. We can overwrite that one. Ta-da! All right, give me a second here, folks. And we will go back to the main camera.